All right, let's jump right into this explainer. What if I told you that right now there is a massive, highly coordinated war happening, and you're the battlefield? Today, we're unpacking the science behind the invisible army, the secret war inside you. We're going to see exactly how your body detects danger, launches these incredibly calculated attacks, and actually remembers its enemies for decades to come.
I know, it sounds like the premise of a crazy sci-fi thriller, right? But it's just biological fact. Literally at this very second, millions of microscopic invaders, viruses, bacteria, fungi, they are actively trying to breach your defenses. It is a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week siege by enemies so tiny you can't even see them with the naked eye. And the stakes here? They're literally life and death. If this invisible army inside you just stopped working for a few days, even something like a common head cold could become completely deadly. Your entire survival depends on this system working flawlessly.
Section 1. The invisible invasion.
So your body's first line of defense actually kicks in before germs even get inside. Think of these as the elite security guards stationed right outside a fortress. First up, your skin. It acts as this powerful, impenetrable physical shield against most harmful microbes. But it doesn't stop there. Step 2, your eyes and mouth produce tears and saliva, which are literally packed with these germ-washing chemicals that break down threats on the spot. And step 3, if an invader somehow, say, hitches a ride on your lunch, it meets your stomach acid. This stuff is so strong it just destroys microbes on contact. Most threats don't even make it past the front door. But what happens when the invaders get clever?
Well, that brings us to Section 2, sounding the alarm.
Because look, despite those amazing security guards at the gates, some threats are inevitably going to slip through those barriers. When they do get into your bloodstream, your body uses these specialized markers to recognize them, known as antigens. You can think of antigens as enemy uniforms. You've got specialized immune cells constantly patrolling your bloodstream and tissues, kind of like vigilant soldiers on a mission. And the second they spot those enemy uniforms, those unfamiliar antigens, boom, they know exactly what they're looking at. Danger is detected. An alarm is instantly triggered across your whole body, and the message is loud and clear: prepare for battle.
Which leads us to Section 3, the counterattack.
Within literally minutes of that alarm sounding, thousands of immune cells drop whatever they're doing and rush straight to the infected area. We are talking all-out microscopic warfare right beneath your skin. So how do you actually experience this counterattack in real life? Through inflammation. Redness, swelling, heat. We've all had a scraped knee that got all warm and puffy, right? And we usually think inflammation is a bad thing that we just need to get rid of immediately. But let's reframe that. That swelling, that expanding of blood vessels, that's the physical, visible evidence of your body actively deploying its troops. It's rushing fluids and immune cells directly to the battlefield. It might feel a bit uncomfortable, sure, but it's your body's brilliant way of concentrating its forces exactly where they're needed most.
Now, let's look at the actual heroes in this fight, your white blood cells. You've got two major heavy hitters in this army, T cells and B cells. T cells, they're your frontline brawlers. They actively hunt down and destroy your own cells that have been infected by a virus, basically taking them out before the virus has a chance to replicate and spread. B cells, on the other hand, are your heavy artillery. They produce highly specialized proteins called antibodies. And you can think of antibodies like perfectly calibrated guided missiles. They are designed specifically to lock onto that exact enemy uniform we just talked about. Once they attach, they mark those invaders for total destruction, helping the rest of the immune system sweep up the mess efficiently.
Moving on to Section 4, the secret weapon.
So, what happens when the dust finally settles and the battle is won? Defeating the enemy once is really only half the story. The immune system has this genuinely miraculous ability that kicks in after the fight is completely over: memory. Looking at this timeline, after defeating a disease, your body actually stores information about that specific invader. At the 1-month mark, specialized memory cells are just quietly patrolling. Jump to a year later, if that exact same bug returns, it's spotted immediately. Now jump ahead 10 full years. A whole decade later, your immune system instantly recognizes that old enemy uniform. Instead of starting from scratch and taking days to mount a defense, it launches a massively faster, stronger response. It destroys the threat before you even feel a tickle in your throat. And hey, this exact scientific principle is why you gain natural immunity after being sick. And it's precisely how vaccines work. They safely teach your body to recognize dangerous germs before you ever face the real deal.
And finally, Section 5, training your army. As powerful as this incredible biological machine is, we gotta be realistic. It's not invincible. It absolutely needs your help. When we run ourselves into the ground with chronic stress, terrible sleep, a bad diet, or no exercise, we are actively weakening our own defenses. And when the system is weak, infections spread way more easily, recovery takes longer, and we become super vulnerable. So, how do we equip our troops? Well, there are some very clear, actionable daily habits to supply and strengthen your invisible army. Getting quality sleep every night, eating a balanced diet full of fruits and veggies, exercising regularly, staying hydrated, managing your stress, and avoiding smoking and excess alcohol. Now, checking these boxes won't make you physically immortal, but they absolutely give your immune system the exact raw resources it needs to run at maximum efficiency. You are the general of this army, and these habits, they're your vital supply chain.
Let's just bring all this massive battlefield logic back down to everyday life for a second. Millions of microscopic defenders work together just to heal your last paper cut. I mean, that is staggering. From the physical shield of your skin to those pinpoint guided missile B cells, right down to the decades-long memory of your immune system, your body is constantly engaged in this brilliant, coordinated effort just to keep you whole and healthy.
And honestly, that is the absolute wildest part of this whole explainer. Most of this dramatic life and death battle happens without you ever even noticing it. You're just going about your day, grabbing a coffee, answering emails, while literally millions of your cells fight a secret war for your survival. It really makes you wonder, if a biological system this heroic and complex is operating right under your nose, what other incredible secrets is your body hiding? Keep learning, keep asking questions, and whatever you do, never underestimate the invisible army keeping you alive.